तो मेरे पास एक और सवाल था,
Yeah,
लेकिन एक और मैंने ऐड कर दिया बीच
yeah.
में। यू सेड कि परिवार के लिए टाइम नहीं है, तो शादी के क्या प्लान्स हैं?
No plans. Honestly, when it happens, it happens. I think मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ी important चीज़ है कि I want my biggest priority in life is my goals, ambitions. जब से मैं छोटा था, I think 5-6 years का सबसे goal हमेशा वही रहा है.
मिस्टेक्स दैट भुवन हैज मेड, तो ऐसी क्या कोई मिस्टेक आपको याद है दैट यू फील डैम, ये मैं नहीं करता था तो बहुत अच्छा होता, या फिर बेटर रहता अगर इसको नहीं करता, अवॉइड करता?
Of course, lots of mistakes I've made throughout my whole career, before bodybuilding, before engineering, before like lots of mistakes, right? Yeah, मैं best नहीं हूँ. No, I'm gonna push now. I'm gonna push even harder now
नाइस।
to retain that best spot. And जब मेरे को बन जाएगा, I'm gonna say the statement again. I'm the best. I lost my title. Jay Cutler said it best. People watch bodybuilding. Phil Heath says it. Jay Cutler said it. Jay Cutler says he's the best bodybuilder and the smartest businessman of all time. Nipun is very right here. Ki no matter how great you are at avoiding it, it gets to you. Even at the highest level. Like I know even a guy like Chris Bumstead, it gets to even him that pressure.
endorse a lot of brands, father and sons, I think that's what the brand is, right? जो इंडियन एथलीट्स के पास है ही नहीं, and you're possibly the only one. और ऐसे बहुत सारे ब्रांड्स जिनकी अच्छी ब्रांड मार्केटिंग आप करते हैं। इंडिया में भी कल्चर तो बहुत बढ़ रहा है, देयर लॉट ऑफ दीज प्रोज एंड अदर एथलीट्स हु हैव गुड कलेक्शन ऑफ ब्रांड्स। बट अगर मैं वो 2-3 स्पेसिफिक चीज़ें आपसे पूछूं जो हर किसी को करनी चाहिए टू गेट मोर एंडोर्समेंट्स और टू बी सक्सेसफुल एट एंडोर्समेंट्स, व्हाट वुड दे बी?
I think the biggest thing is I do have a lot of brands over the last 4 years that I've started being part of. I don't like to say the word endorsing. I like to say the word that I'm part of.
All right guys, welcome to All About Fitness Stories. मैं हूं निपुण और मेरे साथ हैं the sensation of the town, Bhuwan Chauhan. Bhuwan, you become a brand like Bhuwan Chauhan. If one will say Bhuwan or one will say Chauhan, they would not know. But Bhuwan Chauhan जब साथ में आता है नाम, तो एक ब्रांड बन जाता है। तो ये जो ब्रांड बना है भुवन चौहान, इसके पीछे how many years have you spent behind building this brand? Not just bodybuilding, but building this brand.
I think total तो obviously 29 years का मैं हो गया हूँ, तो 29 years में मेरा पूरा ब्रांड बना है. You know, the personality and everything together, that is Bhuwan Chauhan. But bodybuilding journey जो है वो 2011 से start हुई थी, and then 2016 से competitive bodybuilding start हुई थी. So काफ़ी टाइम हो चुका है. It's long time, 12 years in the gym, 7 years in competing.
Nice.
So
भुवन, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो हमने जब पिछली बार बात की थी, आपने अपनी पूरी जर्नी के बारे में बताया था कि आप कैनेडा गए पढ़ने, उसके बाद कैसे कंपीटिंग चालू किया, तो हम उस बारे में बात नहीं करेंगे। आज के बारे में बात करेंगे बिकॉज बॉडी बिल्डिंग में बहुत कुछ चल रहा है और आपको पता है क्या क्या चल रहा है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ दैट यू आर ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द लेट्स से टॉप 10 पॉपुलर गाइज इन द सीन। ऐसे होने के बाद सब एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि अगर कुछ होगा तो भुवन अपना कमेंट करेंगे और हम उसको स्क्रीनशॉट लेके वीडियो बना के बहुत जगह हम अपने तरीके से, ऐसा होता होगा राइट? अपने आप को ये जो भी चल रहा है, मैं पॉजिटिविटी नेगेटिविटी अपना दृष्टिकोण नहीं दूंगा, हाउ डू यू सेव योरसेल्फ?
I think the problem is in किसी भी sport में या किसी भी artistic field में या even like things like politics and acting में, people always criticize the best of the best. People always criticize, like have comments for the best of the best in any industry, and they always have to say something about the people. Really उनके ऊपर जो वो उन्होंने अगर 2-4 वर्ड बोल दिया, उनको really उस पे पूरी thesis करनी है. Whenever the people that are at the top, when I say best, I mean like anybody who's at the top, they always like try to work around that, right? So bodybuilding, it's the same thing. There are probably, as you said, you know, there is a few people that are at the top in the industry in India, and any of those people, whatever they say, they do,
सब देख रहे हैं.
yeah, everything is being so scrutinized, और उसको इतने मैग्नीफाइंग ग्लास से देखा जा रहा है कि इट मेक्स यू नॉट इवन बी योर ओन सेल्फ, बिकॉज इफ यू ट्राई टू बी योर ओन सेल्फ, पीपल विल से समथिंग. इफ यू ट्राई टू बी फेक, पीपल विल स्टिल से समथिंग. इफ यू विन, people will say something. If you lose, people will say something. So at the end of the day, to answer this question, I think what happens is you just have to be true to yourself. मतलब कि जिस पैशन की वजह से मैंने बॉडी बिल्डिंग स्टार्ट करी, कंपीटिंग स्टार्ट किया, या जो मैं आज भी करता हूँ, इट्स नॉट फॉर फेम, मनी एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. या दैट्स अ बाय प्रोडक्ट. बट अगर वो पैशन जिस दिन चला गया, तो वो बाय प्रोडक्ट भी चला जाएगा.
सही बात.
राइट? सो आई डू इट बिकॉज आई लव कंपीटिंग. I've done 3 shows every year since 2016, not because it was giving me money या लोग मेरे को prizes दे रहे थे या मैं उससे पैसे बना रहा था. शुरू के 3 साल तो मैंने कुछ भी नहीं बनाया. So it was just I loved it. I loved the grind, and I think that is what makes me keep going despite this magnifying. कि मैं कुछ भी बोलूं, कुछ भी करूं, people just want to have something to say.
Okay.
It's that passion.
Okay, so बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल है, लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम मुझे लगता है कहना फिर भी आसान है, लेकिन इसको लाइफ पे डेली इम्प्लीमेंट कर पाना, स्क्रूटनाइजेशन को इग्नोर कर पाना बहुत मुश्किल होगा, आई एम श्योर.
Absolutely. I think I have been through a phase where it was affecting me a lot more. अब I am at a much better level because I've learned कि कैसे इसको मैं साइड में करके I can still stay focused. But Nipun is very right here कि no matter how great you are at avoiding it, it gets to you. Even at the highest level. Like I know even a guy like Chris Bumstead, it gets to even him, that pressure, that negativity. You can be the best guy, he's supposed to be the best human in the industry and whatnot, he still has haters. So yaar, hum log to like, you know, even if I'm like, I'm more outspoken kind of guy, so I will obviously have more. So yes, it's hard and ye log, but what has really helped me, and हो सकता है कि जो viewers हैं and maybe this is something they can use, is problem is especially since COVID, after the COVID time, people are very miserable in their own lives. People are unhappy, most people, and social media has a lot to contribute to it. The COVID, post-COVID, job losses, there's that, relationship stuff, breakups, divorces, all that. Everything is combining that people are unhappy more than they were 10 years ago. उस अनहैप्पी को कैसे आप फ्रस्ट्रेशन को निकालो. सोशल मीडिया में मैं अभी अकाउंट बनाता हूँ निपुन 1 2 3 4 5, एंड जो मेरे अंदर की फ्रस्ट्रेशन है मैं सबके 10 लोगों के बाद जाके आई एम जस्ट गोना कीप कमेंटिंग ये, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आई एम जस्ट फ्रस्ट्रेटेड इन माय सेल्फ. क्योंकि अगर मैं बहुत खुश होता, अगर मैं रियली खुश हूँ, मेरे पास ना तो टाइम है ना एनर्जी है कि मैं किसी और के बारे में कुछ बोलूँ. मैं इतना खुश हूँ, मैं अपनी लाइफ जी रहा हूँ, मुझे ये ज़रूरत ही नहीं है सब करने की. और जो लोग रियली सक्सेसफुल पीपल हैं उनके पास भी टाइम नहीं है. आप किसी भी ब्रांड ओनर को देखो जो एक्चुअली जिसने ब्रांड बनाई है, जो एक्चुअली सक्सेसफुल है, वो कभी ये सब चीज़ें नहीं करेगा.
That's right.
So this thought process has helped me over the last 1 year, I think especially after the last 6 to 8 months, to really let go of जो भी चीज़ें लोग बोल रहे हैं या जो hate मिल रही है what not, because I'm just like they're just unhappy and this is the portrayal of their selves, not myself.
Nice.
I'm just a vessel that they're putting this in.
Nice.
Right?
You know, गीता में भी यही कहा है कि उत्साह और प्रसन्नता means motivation and happiness are inside you. You can live it every day or you can keep searching for it. But nonetheless, what I also want to ask you is कि जो पॉजिटिव चीज़ें, मतलब ग्रोथ वाली चीज़ें, हम सब उनके बारे में बात करते हैं, बट आई एम श्योर देयर आर मिस्टेक्स दैट भुवन हैज़ मेड. तो ऐसी क्या कोई मिस्टेक आपको याद है दैट यू फील डैम ये मैं नहीं करता था तो बहुत अच्छा होता, या फिर बेटर रहता अगर इसको नहीं करता, अवॉइड करता?
Of course, lots of mistakes I've made throughout my whole career, before bodybuilding, before engineering, before like lots of mistakes, right?
Recent क्या है जिससे लोग भी relate कर पाएं?
I think the recent mistake would be comes down to this whole negativity aspect, you know. I feel कि there was a time very recently कि this whole criticism and this whole negative talk, I was paying so much attention to it. Like, you know, I used to go, my parents, मेरे parents थे, दोस्त थे, वो YouTube पे जाएंगे, मेरे बारे में कुछ वीडियो बनेगी, वो मेरे को बताएंगे, मैं खुद वॉच करूँगा. फिर मैंने सोचा मैं नहीं देखता, बट वो मुझे भेजेंगे कुछ, तो मैं फिर देखूँगा. It really got me in a very dark kind of space. In the sense कि जो मेरा actual, जो मेरी personality है, जो मैं, my why of doing this changed. My why became, oh, I want to prove this guy wrong. I'm going to do this guy wrong. You know, ऐसे कैसे बोल दिया, अब मैं दिखाऊंगा.
And completely unconsciously.
Yeah, no, this is happening consciously. This is like it's getting to me. And then this was very new for me. You know, मैं इस background से नहीं हूँ. I from education and everything, ये सब चीजें नहीं होती उस corporate career में. So it was a very learning experience for me, and then it kind of like dug myself a deeper and deeper hole into more like a depressive state, and like कि कैसे करो, right? कि my real passion is because I love to do this, but reason क्या बन गया, मैं इसको prove गलत करूँगा, मैं इसको ये गलत करूँगा, how can they say this, you know, how can they do that? So I think that was my mistake, that I kind of fed into all this BS, and over the last few months I've kind of like switched it off and switched on my old self that I don't really give a shit about anybody or anything that says anything about me. I'm going to compete, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to start a business, or I'm going to do something because I want to do it. आपको अच्छा लगे नहीं लगे, मेरी क्या प्लेसिंग आए मेरी नहीं आए, आई रियली डोंट केयर, क्योंकि जब तक मेरे अंदर ये फायर है आई कीप कम्पीटिंग. जिस दिन फायर नहीं होगी, चाहे मैं लास्ट आऊँ, चाहे मैं सेकंड आऊँ, चाहे मैं 18th आऊँ, चाहे मैं 14th आऊँ, चाहे मैं 10th आऊँ, आई डू इट बिकॉज आई एंजॉय इट. जिस दिन वो एंजॉयमेंट खत्म हो गई, चाहे मैं फर्स्ट भी आ रहा हूँ ना, it's no use. You can keep winning Mr. Olympia, but you're not happy and you're like doing it because लोग आपको expect करते हैं ओलंपिया जीतने के लिए. You're a miserable, it's a very miserable life. But if you are doing it because you're like, oh, I love this, I love the grind, I'm like, I don't care अगर मैं first आता हूँ, second आता हूँ, लोग first से second आ जाते हैं ओलंपिया में, शॉन क्लैरेटा टाइटल हार गया, वो आज भी उतना ही passionate है 42 की उम्र में. It's because he loves the grind. That guy loves at 42. I want to be like that.
Nice.
So that is my answer to that question.
Nice. Very beautiful. So I have two more questions for you. One is, बहुत recently आपने कहा था that I am the best in India and I'm the best in Canada. थोड़ा egoistic लग रही है ये, confidence है इसमें, क्या है?
So the thing is, like, the problem is कि Indian mentality is more such that you have to be like Sachin Tendulkar and MS Dhoni, that you just don't do interviews and you just kind of like stay silent. But I have been exposed to the western side of things, and I read books from Tim Grover, Winning and Relentless. I look up to guys like Michael Jordan and Kobe. I read all their books. I relate to their mindset. I don't relate to the mindset of Sachin Tendulkar. I don't, because I don't think he has said anything that is very motivating. I feel like personality, you don't get to see the personality. It's more so because everything is kind of like inside, you know, introverted or whatever you call it. I kind of like go towards guys like Michael Jordan, Kobe, you know, it can even be Mike Tyson, like Muhammad Ali and stuff. Yeah, they were the best, but even before they became the best, if you see how they used to like talk, it's always the confidence in themselves, and that confidence is what got them there. Is it bad that they lost? Conor McGregor also lost, but does that mean that he wasn't just as aggressive towards his goals? जब वो आगे बढ़ रहा था, जब वो amateur athlete था UFC में, वो तब भी वैसी बातें करता था, और जब वो रिटायर हुआ, वो आज भी वैसी बातें करता है. लोगों को हेट करने को मिल जाता है because oh, like, you know, he's saying so much. Yes, but facts, there is nothing wrong in saying facts because it fuels you.
No,
it
but
fuels
what
me.
tells you that you're the best?
Well, to me, what says it's like how many pro shows I've won, how consistently I compete, how consistently my performance is. I may not win.
To it.
Yeah, there's data, there's factual stuff, and that help. Am I always going to be the best? No. But does that help me put my 100%? That, hey, there is a second guy right behind me that is about to come and take over. So I need to be always doing my best. So मेरा mindset वैसे काम कर रहा है. So why will I change the way I talk when that's how I'm thinking and it's making me like push so hard? There has been no vacations. There is no family life that I have. There is no friends that I have. There is no parties that I go to. There's nothing I do but I eat my meals, go to the gym, 365 days a year, no break at all. Even when I'm off cycle or off everything, I still have the same routine. Why? It's because that I need to be the best in Canada. I am the best in India. I need to maintain that is what drives me.
Okay.
So when I say that, it's not so that, oh, I'm like, oh, मैं best हूँ, मैं हमेशा best रहूँगा और मेरे को treat करो best के लिए. No. It's right, gives me that fuel.
You deserve it.
It's like, yeah, it helps me push me more. अब अगर मैं कल को, let's say, like कल को अगर मैं best नहीं रहता, and there is somebody else who takes over, it happens in sport all the time.
Yeah.
So does that mean कि अब मैं best नहीं हूँ? No. I'm gonna push now. I'm gonna push even harder now.
Nice.
To retain that best spot, and जब मेरे को बन जाएगा, I'm gonna say the statement again. I'm the best. I lost my title. Jay Cutler said it best. People watch bodybuilding. Phil Heath says it. Jay Cutler said it. Jay Cutler says he's the best bodybuilder and the smartest businessman of all time. Is he cocky? It's a fact.
Yeah.
Right? He lost the title. He lost the title and he gained it back. He's the only bodybuilder ever to do it. He says it. So does that make him cocky? I think it's how you talk and what environment you're exposed to. So I relate to guys like Dorian Yates. He's part of Dog Sport. I see him at every shoot. So मैं उनसे बातें करता हूँ, and he was an introverted guy, but he also had the same mindset. He used to say it. उनके interviews में he's always said that, right? So I feel it's very important to have that self-belief and to be able to talk about it. अब अगर मैं एक ऐसा एथलीट हूँ जो मैं हर बार लास्ट कॉल आउट में आता हूँ, and I'm not talking about Olympia, I wasn't last at the Olympia either, but that's a whole different story. The fact is, like, if I'm a pro athlete and I'm not doing really well, but I go and say that, hey, I will be the best, I will be the best Indian athlete, now that's arrogant. But what have you done? Have you been there? No. But if you're already there and it's fueling you, what's wrong in saying that?
Got it.
Like, people think of it as you have to be on that line of cocky and confident, and it's a very thin line.
Yeah.
अगर मैं confident हूँ और मैं खुद के ऊपर इतना belief रखता हूँ कि मैं not only मैं आज best हूँ, but मैं रहूँगा best जब तक मैं retire नहीं हूँगा, does that make me cocky? या फिर मैं ये बोलूँगा कि कल मैं next year Mr. Olympia बनूँगा, देख लेना, मैं Mr. Olympia कल बनने वाला हूँ, best in the world, tomorrow best in the world. Is that cocky?
Yeah, that's a wishful thinking.
But people say, I'll be the best, I'll qualify for the Olympia next year. इतने athletes हैं, हर साल बोलते हैं, I'll qualify for the Olympia next year. I can talk like that too. Hey, I will be like top 3 next year. Mark my words, top 3 next year, I will. I'm stupid. You'll see of me as like, oh, you know, क्या बेकार की बात कर रहे हैं? No, it's not. It's just हर जगह होता है, हर sport में होता है, हर sport में boxers में भी ये बोलते हैं.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking like that. मैंने जब best वाली statement बोली, that's just simply to the fact Toronto में सबसे बड़ा शो हुआ, कनाडा के 2 एथलीट मेंस फिजिक में ओलंपिया गए हैं, मैंने ज़्यादा प्रो शोज जीते हैं और मैंने उस एथलीट को बीट किया है उसी शो में 2 बार. मेक्स मी द बेस्ट कैनेडियन एथलीट. ओके, हो सकता है अगले 6 महीने में कोई और बेटर बन जाए, देन आई वोंट बी, टोटली फाइन. इंडिया में व्हाई एम आई द बेस्ट एथलीट? बिकॉज आई हैव won 5 प्रो शोज. अब अगर कल को फॉरगेट दिस शो, सम अदर शो, थाईलैंड प्रो और सम एबीसी प्रो, नहीं, नॉट एन इंडियन. So if no Indian has won 5 pro shows, doesn't that make me the best?
Yeah, okay, I get it.
If somebody wins a pro show from India, and let's say he comes better placing at the Olympia, does that make him the best from India? Again, debatable, because Olympia is one show. Charles Grant was number 4 in the world. He hasn't come top 5 at any pro show in 4 pro shows. Does that mean he's not top 4, or does that mean that he is still top 4? Debatable. Because when you're getting beaten at every pro show and you're number 4, you're no longer number 4.
Sure.
The guy who beats you is now better than you.
Of course, of course.
That's one theory. The other theory is Olympia is what that matters. Olympia की ranking is all that
वो
matters.
स्टेज पे चढ़ गए तो हो या.
So debatable चीज़ है. मेरे पास भी आंसर नहीं है.
चलो ठीक है.
Right? So I don't know this, but everybody gets to choose that. For me, that thinking is I have won the most pro shows as an Indian in any category. That makes me the best. I want to continue dominating that field, but does that mean that I'll always be the best? No.
Yeah.
Absolute. हो सकता है आज इस year somebody wins 3 pro shows in a row. Next year he breaks. He's 6 pro shows in. I'm no longer the best. तो क्या हो गया? I'll continue trying.
Yeah.
जब मैंने नहीं जीते थे तब भी मैं ट्राई कर रहा था ना. फर्स्ट IFBB प्रो, फर्स्ट IFBB प्रो, आई वाज स्टिल ट्राइंग कि उसके आगे का लेवल क्या है. आज भी यही है कि अब इसके बाद क्या. पीपल से दैट आई केम लास्ट एट द ओलंपिया व्हाटएवर, लाइक 16 के बाद रैंकिंग नहीं होती. हाँ, नहीं होती. क्या है मेरा गोल? आई वांट टू डू बेटर, बट डू आई से दैट आई विल बी टॉप 5 नेक्स्ट ईयर? नो, आई जस्ट वांट टू डू बेटर.
नाइस.
दैट्स इट.
तो मैं मेरे पास एक और सवाल था, लेकिन एक और मैंने ऐड कर दिया बीच में. यू सेड कि परिवार के लिए टाइम नहीं है, तो शादी के क्या प्लान्स हैं?
No plans. Honestly, when it happens, it happens. I think मेरे लिए सबसे बड़ी important चीज़ है कि I want my biggest priority in life is my goals, ambitions. जब से मैं छोटा था, I think 5-6 years का सबसे goal हमेशा वही रहा है, to always have my goals in mind. Everything else revolves around it. तो अभी भी if that happens, the family life has to be revolving around the ambition. It could be competing. At one point I will retire. It might be something else, but I always need something to keep me going. So जब वो मुझे partner मिलेगा, that I know that they can support my ambition and goal, there is a lot of compatibility, everything is going, things
Awesome.
will align.
Awesome. All right.
But I'm not looking for it.
All right. What you're always looking for, what every athlete always looks out for, is more brand endorsements. और एक चीज़ जो मैंने आपकी प्रोफाइल पे कंसिस्टेंटली देखी है वो ये कि you endorse a lot of brands, father and sons, I think that's what the brand is, right? जो इंडियन एथलीट्स के पास है ही नहीं, and you're possibly the only one. और ऐसे बहुत सारे ब्रांड्स जिनकी अच्छी ब्रांड मार्केटिंग आप करते हैं. इंडिया में भी कल्चर तो बहुत बढ़ रहा है. There are a lot of these pros and other athletes who have good collection of brands, बट अगर मैं वो 2-3 स्पेसिफिक चीज़ें आपसे पूछूं जो हर किसी को करनी चाहिए टू गेट मोर एंडोर्समेंट्स और टू बी सक्सेसफुल एट एंडोर्समेंट्स, व्हाट वुड दे बी?
I think the biggest thing is I do have a lot of brands over the last 4 years that I've started being part of. I don't like to say the word endorsing. I like to say the word that I'm part of. And जो भी मैं brands के साथ रहता हूँ, I like to be integrated with them. I like to be a part of them. And that's why if you see my history, I have never changed a brand since my first. I've added more brands, but I've never switched from the same industry to another industry from the brand. Like it's very rare. Like supplement company, same company for 6 years. You know, clothing I changed twice, but once I found dark sport, I have not changed it no matter what I get. So I've added all these brands, and the main thing is companies see that. Companies sees value, companies sees loyalty, and companies see what kind of athlete you are. You know, अगर आप अभी मुझे $600 मुझे कोई और कंपनी देती है, I get offers. क्या मैं $500 पर मंथ के लिए अपनी एक लॉयल जिसने मेरे को जब मैं बिल्कुल मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं था सपोर्ट किया, यू नो, उन्होंने मेरी बात मानी, मेरे को अच्छे से ट्रीट किया, आज भी ट्रीट अच्छे से करते हैं, सिर्फ एक $500 पर मंथ के लिए छोड़ दूं? आई डोंट वर्क लाइक दैट. मैथ डजंट ऐड अप, यू नो, बिकॉज जो नई कंपनी है वो मुझे एक एम्प्लॉय की तरह ट्रीट करेगी, 6 महीने के बाद मुझे निकाल देगी.
That's right.
So then I'm back on zero. But this company will always remember कि I stuck through it, stuck to the hard time. जैसे वो grow करेगी, मैं उनके साथ साथ grow करूँगा. That's the philosophy I have followed all my life, and that has really helped me not only keep the brands that I've been part of, but also add more brands. क्योंकि जो बाकी नई brands हैं, वो भी ये value देखती है.
Nice.
I talk to them like this,
Yeah.
you know, they see the value in me. That's why they invest in me. So ये मेरी सबसे बड़ी एडवाइस होगी फॉर एनी एथलीट दैट वांट्स एंडोर्समेंट्स. डोंट थिंक शॉर्ट टर्म. आज $200 नहीं मिलेंगे, $100 नहीं ज़्यादा मिलेंगे. डोंट थिंक लाइक दैट. सी व्हाट यू कैन डू फॉर द कंपनी एंड वॉच. इफ यू एड दैट वैल्यू दे विल गिव यू बैक. बट इसके लिए ऑब्वियसली यू हैव टू लाइक बी पार्ट ऑफ द राइट ब्रांड्स. उसके लिए यू हैव टू लाइक निटपिक. या यू हैव टू निटपिक व्हाट ओनर्स, व्हाट टीम. यू हैव टू डू द रिसर्च. बट एक बार रिसर्च कर लो ना, यू विल ऑलवेज सी इफ यू एड मोर वैल्यू दे विल गिव यू मोर बैक.
Nice. That's awesome, Bhuwan. And बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम ले लिया और नहीं लूँगा. You have to go to the stage, right?
Yeah. Well, my stage thing is done, but I'm done for today.
Yeah.
So we are 3 days out. Oh, 2 days out.
You're 2 days.
Damn, 2 days out.
परसों शाम.
परसों show है. इस time तक खत्म हो जाएगा actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Bhuwan. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure talking to Nipun. He's doing a great job.
Thank you.
One of the rare individuals who's not only educated but asks intelligent question and does a thorough research and provides value to you all. So it's very nice to always talk to him. It's rare in the Indian industry, but I think with him doing this, more and more people will come up and start doing it, finding him as an inspiration that even though you can be from a corporate field, you can have an education background, you can still be part of the fitness industry, and you can follow your passion. If not on stage, you can be off stage and be part of it.
Yeah.
So great. He's a great job.
Thank
He's a great
you so
job doing.
much. Means a lot.
Great interview.
All the very best to you.
Thank you, Nipun.
I hope you win again.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. See you again. Bye bye.